Hey, what's going on, everybody out there in dispatch land? Welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. It's dispatching live. That means it's Thursday. It's noon Central Time, and we're searching for loads. We're looking on load boards, and we are using our, where is that thing? Our dart of knowledge. We're throwing it at the dart board, load board, hoping for a bullseye, right? Constantly rolling the dice and praying for something great, and it gets harder in Q4. And so we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna go live with Sue and take a look at the load boards. And let's see, where are we at here? Sue, can you hear me? See me okay?
I can. How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm reminded of the fact that I'm not dispatching, and I never thought that would end. And now I'm making the dispatching show that I always thought I would like to watch. And so let's go into the live chat. Do
True.
me a favor. Let me know, is this the show that is this the dispatching show that you want to watch? What are we missing? What topics do you want us to cover? What advice are you looking for? What help do you need? Are you a dispatcher? Are you a carrier? Are you a family member? Are you researching? Are do you work in an insurance company or brokerage or otherwise, and you're looking at the ecosystem wondering, is it getting any better? Is this a hard job? So let's
Yes.
find out. Yeah, right. All of those things. Let's go. Let's say hello to the live chat, and then we're gonna want to get your opinion on that. But Ty came in here first.
Okay.
He said it's his favorite show. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Ty. Victory Lap
Thanks, Ty.
Transport is here. Good morning to all. Another day in the world of transporting cars. Eh, Sue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ty,
That's the
and let's see.
truth.
Ty's talking to Victory. Carlos Braxton, ACB Logistics is here. What's up, Carlos? Thanks for tuning in. Craig Hinshaw says hello. Carlos says Jay must be drinking his ELD Kool-Aid. I usually only drink the ELD Punch. I had to change it for branding purposes, which is really a joke. But I drink the ELD Punch on Thursdays. It's noon is a little too early to get into the punch. Although not when you're dispatching, huh? Okay. Let's see here.
For
Ty
sure.
says we have some downers to keep him chill. It's hilarious. Murphy out of transport here. Preston Huff. Preston Huff put in the emoji of a telescope. That was a good one, Preston. Thank you, buddy. That's good. Brian Rivera. Hey, I think we got a new one. Hey, it's like Ghostbusters. We got one. Thank you for tuning in, Brian. That is super cool. Yeah, so Victory Lap Transport is Devin Richards. He's the owner of Victory Lap Transport LLC. And, oh, you need to talk insurance. Well, I'll tell you what. That'd be our buddy Lionel. I'm going to put the link. This is for you, Devin. This is the link to Lionel Yates at CY Financial Solutions and his auto hauler insurance page. Check that out. Anybody's welcome to check that out. FNS Trucking, what's up, car people? I hope all is well. And did anyone get the email from Central Dispatch showing the new setup? Hey, do you have that email?
No, what is that? What does it mean?
I don't know.
I didn't.
Did anyone get the email from Central Dispatch showing the new setup?
Yeah.
I don't
I
know. Can
didn't
you
know what
send it
that
to
meant
me?
either.
Yeah, send it to
Yeah, or send it to
auto.
me.
Send it to autotransportintel at gmail.com. Of course, neither of us have it.
Wait, is
Is
he
it?
talking about the new search? I got one for the new
Oh,
search.
I
Is
think that.
that's what he's
Yeah,
talking
I think
about?
that's what he means. You want to forward it to me?
Okay.
I'll screen cap
Yeah.
it. Um,
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, and that's definitely one way to participate and help out. You always know that you can send me an email, autotransportintel at gmail.com, and I'll blur out any company names or anything. This is an information show, not a gotcha show. You know, this isn't somebody's laptop or somebody's email server. It's not that kind of show. Solo Dispatching is back with us. Hey, what's up? Glad to hear your voice again. Well, it's glad to be back. It's glad to be back. It sounds like something a robot would say. I think the teleprompter right now says, it's glad to be back. Only on Silence of the Lambs do people talk that way.
Whoa.
It enjoys its skin.
Okay.
I think
But
I don't know where we're headed with that, but it is glad to be back. Is that the name of this show? And until there's something better, it is glad to be back. It is glad to be back. Ty says the laptop from hell. Which one? At this point, oh my gosh.
okay.
It's a
That
lazy
doesn't make-
Susan of terrible laptops is what's going on. Ooh, let's go with live with Sue.
Okay, so I went to the email that they sent out that
Okay.
Carlos was talking about.
Okay, cool.
So it takes us to exactly what we were doing like a couple weeks ago with that new beta search. But guess what? I don't think this is accurate because I went to go press find shipments because this is just what came up when you click the email. And you and I both know there's not 36,000 loads, but anyways. So I go to search vehicles and guess what happens? It goes right back to the same old search. So I don't know what's going on.
It's still
And
beta
I
testing?
do have a feeling. Yeah, it still goes back to the regular thing. Because look, if I just go back, then this is directly from their email. I click on this and it brings you this. These cannot be legit loads. Or if they are, they're just something they put in there or something. I don't know. Because you still can't, like if I go to put in my own search engine, you do this and it goes back to normal search engine. So something's still not right if they're wanting us to use it anyways. We can try going to this. Also, I will tell you, there's something going on with Central, so don't be surprised if it goes down sometime today or tomorrow.
Really?
Because we're having glitches. Yeah, I'm having glitches with my paperwork, and usually when that happens, it usually shuts down. Okay, so once again, this is all it took me to is the beta search, which you can't really do anything with. So
Well, here, check this out. So I just, while you were doing that, I'm taking control, and then I'm going to give, and then I want you to take it back here in a minute. But I opened up, I isolated, I brought the email into the lab here, into the Auto Transport Intel lab. It's very scientific.
Yep.
That's the email. Okay, so this is in the email. Less searching, more delivering. Start a new search. Don't worry, Central Dispatch. I got a copy of it.
the same thing she wants.
And Central Dispatch's new search is here. With our new search, you can find relevant listings faster, create multiple searches at once. Try now. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So we're starting a new search. And by the way, we'll do this again Tuesday night. Now you can go ahead and share your screen again, Sue. But so what's the word? Are you seeing newfangled search? Are you not seeing anything new? I'd love to hear. So this is great feedback. In fact, if ever there was a beneficial live feedback loop for Central Dispatch and all other auto transport software, it's Auto Transport Intel on Dispatching Live on Thursdays at noon. Bring it into the live chat. I really do want to know. Oh, Chance got in here first. Did you see that? I didn't even ask what route scout we need to do next. Chance got in here first. Thank you, Chance. He mentions the 5-car, loads from LA County. Where to? Where are you thinking, Chance? You are the first search of the day. Good job, man. That's awesome.
Usually
So what we're going to do is, that's right, I'm going to use Dispatchula. I'm going to use Dispatchula. And we're going to search for loads. We're going to do that. And do me a favor, share your screen when you're ready. And we're going to start searching for Chance. But again, I really do encourage you. Please let me know. Is Central Dispatch, I'm going to put it in the live chat here. Is Central Dispatch search better than before? Oh, he said, Chance says anywhere. Okay, LA County to anywhere. I mean, just gasping for gold bars. I'm kidding, Chance. And as you know, yeah, what's your route scout? So put in, listen, if you're tuning in, this is the best time, right? Q4. Because in Transporter's Paradise, you could throw a rock at probably, a profitable lane. Now, That is not. I mean, we're about to go into November. Man, November and
Yeah.
December are killers.
Yeah. It's been a
So-
killer for the last 3 weeks, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you were saying that. Brutal, huh?
Yeah. Monday and Tuesday were just so brutal, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
But
Hey, let's do
Wednesday, the load lightened up. So,
let's do the Central Dispatch load board capacity recap of the week.
okay. It is at, oh, let's see. I had it up here. Now it's probably gone. Oh, no. 27,776. However, most of that stuff is snowbird stuff. So the real capacity is more like 12,000 for us not in Florida or going to Florida.
Wow. So what did you isolate to get 12,000? You took out everything going to
Jen
Florida?
always takes out Florida. What do you take out, Jen? Florida?
I take out Florida, Texas, and California because that's where each state are going to from.
She takes all of Florida out and stuff going to Florida, and out of Florida to Texas, California, and Arizona.
Yeah, so they got all of that.
So it's
Say
the
it
Florida
again.
stuff she pulls out.
Say it again. That's good. That's really good stuff. Say it again. You guys take out
She
what?
takes out all the Florida, which would be there from Texas, Arizona, and California for the snowbird stuff,
Mhm.
just to kind of get a realistic,
Wow.
figure on that. 'Cause
That's-
there's a lot of loads for snowbird season.
That's really good. So we're looking at 27 plus K minus
Yeah.
snowbirds equals 12.
12 to 13, I think, is where she was at on
Wow. That.
it. Yeah.
Wow. How do
Pretty
you like
rough.
those apples, everybody? By the way, where else? I love to. I got to get a horn. I got to get a horn that I can toot. I love tooting my own horn here on Auto Transport Intel because I don't know who's going to do that for me. But point is, where else are you going to get the kind of data that Sue just said? And it's pretty smart data, actually. Because you can't just take the central dispatch capacity in all 50 states and apply that to what's really available for you.
That's what I told her.
27,000 minus snowbirds equals 12,000 plus that you're looking at. I mean, and then if you start to drill down, this is what I want to get to that. Start drilling down to regions. What, probably 10,000 of these loads are east of the Mississippi. Anyways, love to get your opinion on that. Okay, so FNS, Southern New York to Ohio. Sounds good. Central Dispatch is better than before. Ooh, look at that.
Ew, really?
Chance says Central Dispatch is better than before. Okay, cool,
Better
man.
than what?
Now, come on now. Sue,
Hey, I'm complaining because
I
it
just
has
gave
been
Sue a yellow
crazy.
card. Hey! Somebody hit the applause button. Right, the applause button. Yeah, Jay.
Well,
Really laying it on thick today, aren't you?
my main complaints are these loads getting put on there for so cheap still. You know what I mean? But
Oh, yeah.
okay,
no,
so
don't-
I put up.
yeah.
Start with.
Yeah.
We're going to start with LA. I put up LA to all with a minimum of 2, so we'll just kind of cruise through here. There's
Cool.
2. These are good going over to
Ooh, those are good.
Phoenix.
Hey, did you see that?
I mean,
Yeah.
jump on those. They're
Ooh,
gonna
San
fly.
Fernando Valley? That's a good pickup.
Mhm.
Sure. That's industrial.
Mhm.
Hey, yeah, what do you think about those, Chance? Now, he's a 5-car.
Yeah.
He's the GN 550.
Yeah, and they never pay that kind of money.
And so we're going to need to
I
get
mean,
some
this is more
sedans
like-
in there. And it's
like,
the
look at
Phoenix.
this, right?
We like Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, forget it.
Yeah.
Anaheim to River. You're not going to make any money. You're going to be in traffic all day. I'm just saying. I'm speculating. Carlos 3-car. FNS. What size trailer?
What? Okay, hang on.
Let's see.
Okay.
And then she was. Oh, yeah. There's some snowboards for 30. Snowboards? Did I say snowboards?
She did say snowboards, yes.
What?
They're snowboarding their way to Florida.
Yeah, dude. Oh, whoa. Hey, that could be a thing. California to Florida is snowboards? Huh? Okay. Nope.
She doesn't have anything going to PA.
Jeez. She's whispering to her crew. Now that's what's funny. Sue is in a. You guys know when you're looking for cars and you're talking to drivers and you're talking to brokers and you're talking to pickup customer. Thank goodness hair appointments are not a thing right now because of COVID. Because working around pickup and delivery of hair appointments was a pain. I didn't know that anything would help solve that problem, but it looks like something did. Having said that, you keep real busy. So to try to do a 90-minute show during the middle of the dispatch day, thank you, Sue, for everything you do. And really, I remove the yellow card.
Okay.
All
right. I'm out of the yellow. All right.
Yeah.
Looks like there's a bunch of stuff going. I got a 9-pack to Tennessee, which is cheap. Let's see what else.
Well, I tell you what, I like those 2 Jeep Cherokees. Can you build a route to Phoenix?
That's the best load on there.
Yeah, and Phoenix makes sense too, because then he can get back home.
Yeah, true. But they never come up for that kind of rate, so you better step on that right away.
Oh, exactly. Well, that's the problem. Isn't that one of the problems? In that you see those 2, it looks real good. You got to build a load around it, but you don't have time. You can't wait. Somebody's ringing that phone right now.
Yeah.
I'd be curious if you could even get that load if you called it right now.
I bet it's gone. I'll place money it's gone.
Phoenix Chance? I'm gonna see what Chance thinks of Phoenix.
What do you about these?
As if he can't hear me. I'm typing in case you can't hear me. And do me a favor, how's the audio? Oh, mic check, that was a little loud. I want to make sure the audio's okay, the video's okay. Well, I'm not too worried about the video, but the audio, And where do you dispatch from? And me and Sue were talking about this. You call somebody on a Saturday, and they have their hours, or they're open on Saturday. You call to book a load on Saturday, you can't reach anybody. Where'd they go? It's COVID. Is it me?
Yeah, exactly. And then I texted, I called, and nothing. And it's a big broker, too. I'm not going to say who it was, but it was a big broker.
Yeah.
I ended up to be honest with you, having to spend the weekend, and then I got it on Monday. But I don't know why they said they were open on Saturday if they weren't going to, you know what I mean? Because I could have picked it up on Saturday. I ended up having to sit over the weekend just because of that.
Oh, that's irritating.
Oh, you want to hear a really good one? Okay,
I would love to.
This is a good one from last night. So I have a guy in Indianapolis last night. It's like 6 o'clock at night. They list a car. You know how they do what do you call them when they list and then don't answer?
That'd be the post and run.
Okay, so he did a post and run. So I'm calling, no answer. I text. They answer me like an hour later. Yeah, it's available. I'm like, okay, can I have the load? My driver will spend the night now to get it in the morning. So I have to wait another hour for them to answer and say yes.
All right, thank you.
That's all they say is yes. Okay.
Wow.
So I said, okay, can you send it over to me? This is the name of my company, blah, 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 blah. Another 30 minutes answer, yes. Okay, so he sends it over.
That means they don't have the load. They don't have it.
No, it's going to him. No, it's going to him. That's what makes it bad. So I finally get the load, and it's in Carvana. Okay, so as we all know, if you're picking up in Carvana in Indianapolis, you have to have a release. So I'm texting the guy going, if this is at Carvana, like you sent to me, I need the release. No answer. And I know that Carvana opens at 6 a.m. in
Winder. Oh, yeah. Well,
this is in Indianapolis.
Okay, yeah, they do.
So I'm like, can I have the release? My driver is literally going to sleep. He slept right at the gas station that's backs up to Carvana. And I'm like, I know they open at 6, but I know you need a release. There's no point in you even trying to go over there because of this until I know for sure if we need the release. Guy won't answer me. So I'm texting him, and Rich, my driver's like, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, I said, if you go over there at 6 in the morning, this guy is not going to answer me, obviously. So we're going to have to wait. So Rich texts me at 7:30. He's like, have you heard anything? And the guy just finally says to me, yes, you need a release. Okay, this is the next morning.
Oh, why?
So I said, can I have the release? My driver is sitting there. And, their time, it's 8:30. And he's like, yes. That's all he says is yes. I'm like, Okay.
Wow.
Do you need my email? You know, what do you need? I mean, send it to my phone at this point in time, right? So he goes, contact this other phone number. I'm like, good God. Okay.
What?
So I contacted the phone number. Yeah. I'm like, this person is not answering me either, sir. Can I get the release? My driver's sitting there, has been sitting there since 6 a.m. And then he goes, she doesn't get there until 9.
What?
I said, yeah. So I said, okay. Because at this point in time, I've told Rich, don't start your hours because then we lose all of our ELD time, right? So he says for me to call her at 9 o'clock. So I'm calling and I'm calling and I'm calling. And I'm like, she won't answer the phone. She'll answer you shortly. I'm like, oh my God. So finally at like 9:15 their time, she's answered me. She goes, yes, I'm getting it to you now. How would you like it? I said, as fast as you can get it to me, my phone or an email, which is easier for you? I said, it's just as easy to send me to my phone, right? So she sends it to my phone. Guess how? She takes a picture of the screen.
Oh
So it's
no.
completely blurry and you can't read anything.
She took the picture
So,
while running. Right?
so
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
can you please send this to my email? So I finally get it and finally get it to him at like his time, 9:30. I was like, really? This is ridiculous. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I've dealt with this company before, but yeah, it goes directly to them.
It is
So,
it is so weird how bad it can be. Like I was thinking the load reference ID on that should have been, it's kind of like escape room. If you like escape room, book this load.
Onions, lettuce, and spinach.
Oh
yes.
man.
I mean, I don't get it.
Unbelievable.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, it is good. Well, I don't know why dispatching is so crazy. It's literally crazy. The
It is
craziest
crazy.
people. You talk to the craziest people. And it gives you this sense that, like, yeah, there's a real concern for
Yeah.
social lack of ability. It's so whacked. How is it that so
Well,
many
see,
people shipping a car are lunatics?
yeah, exactly. And see this whole thing of like I was explaining to Central Dispatch when we were talking about them, as just push a button and request a load.
Oh
Yes,
God,
that would be
exactly.
great,
Oh,
right?
I
I
know,
completely
right?
get it.
Yeah,
But they still have to respond to give you the load.
and that's the thing. I
So
making fancy buttons and happy colors, that's cool and all. But can you help the people? The can you help the zombies posting loads? Can you
no,
help them?
no,
Jeez.
that's
Dispatching
going
is
to be the problem.
there
That's what I
solo
explained to him too.
dispatching is really hard sometimes, Jay. It
Yes.
is. It's excruciating. It doesn't even make sense how it's that hard.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
It literally defies logic. How person after person, whether it's the shipper or the broker, it's like they're fumbling around with soap bars.
Yeah.
The dispatch sheet has turned into an enigma in the Matrix, and you're left with a driver who's in fact they say this: send the driver, it'll be ready. You've got a driver in
No.
motion spending money, and everybody else is just
I don't know how
flipping their
many
soap
times I've
bars
been
over.
told
It's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
It
But
makes
they'll
no
say,
sense.
just go ahead and send your driver. I'm sending it over to you, blah, 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 blah. You send the driver over there, and then you find out that the car was not ready, not paid for,
Yeah,
not
it's not.
there.
Oh my God! There's
Yeah.
like 10 things wrong.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I never.
Or
ever
or this
will do
one when
that.
they say, you know what? Yeah, the car's ready, everything's ready to go, but you needed an appointment.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
Exactly. Jen, can you call Brian? And
Well, you know why you needed an appointment? Because we got like 5,000 cars out there, and the one that you want is in the corner wrapped around a tree. So, yeah.
She got
It's
him a big
bananas.
plate.
Bananas. So that'd be my recommendation, is that while we make the technology awesome, can we find a way to educate brokers and shippers to be ready? Like actually ready. And maybe that's why so many dealerships, they get frustrated when they get asked for more money. They're like, yeah, I move it all day. But man, this thing's ready to go. We're a dealership. We work with cars every day. And that's literally what we do. We're here all day long selling cars. We want these cars to get moved, which is actually why it's frustrating when you can't get the help of the dealership. You're like, what? You professionally move cars out of a building and into a building.
Well, there doesn't look like there's much on here.
I know, right? We're still searching for Chance. Chance, buddy, you still with us?
Yeah, and guess what? Those
We're gonna need
already gone.
some dispatching smelling salts. And
Here's
the
a 3-pack out of Compton.
The Cherokees are
Going
gone.
into Hardyville. Yeah, Hardyville. I mean, it's only 46 cents a mile. It's probably the next best thing.
2 Maseratis and an Escalade? No. Come on. Seriously?
Hey, but if you compare it to whatever else is on here, that's a better rate than anything else.
Well, of course it is.
Keep in mind that AM2 freight stuff is usually not any good. They're usually not ready or something like that. But everything else on here is pretty crapola. There's another 2-pack on here. There's Look at that. Look, the 2-pack is still on here, whether it's real or not. I don't know.
Dude, that 6-pack. Look at that. It's 4 pick. It's 4 picks. In Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Well, I could take half a day.
Yeah, that might be. Usually, eCar. We've been working for eCar quite a bit, and we've been doing a lot of
Can you
Tesla.
custom build?
They do a lot of Tesla stuff. Nah, we're picking them up from the.
But I mean,
the rail yards.
Can you get
taking
a 5?
Them to Tesla stores.
Can you get a 5-pack?
Doubtful. They usually will not separate these, but you could try. It's worth a shot. But there is a long process of doing the packet, so you got to do it really fast. They do not hold loads.
They do not hold loads. Well, the 2 Jeep the 2 Jeep Cherokees to Phoenix are still there. Here's what I want you to do. Yeah. I order you to build a route to Phoenix.
And here's 2 Ford Focuses out of Fontana going to Phoenix.
Yo.
However, they look like they're in ops, and Fontana, I believe, is a Mannheim or Odessa, so you'd have to winch those, and that's not enough money for that. But there's probably single units you could probably put with this to go to Arizona. In fact, let's just look here. And then what's our next one we're supposed to watch? I'm not sure.
Well, we've got to put a bow on this search though. So what's our recommendation?
Okay, I'm gonna put it on here. I want to do Phoenix. I'm gonna put in Los Angeles, going to Arizona here.
Yeah.
With just, well, let's just put in Arizona. That might make it easier.
I can pick up today. I'll deliver tomorrow.
And we're out of that. So let's just do that. Let's see what we got.
Big Guys, and Guys is spelled G-U-Y-Z. Trucking out of St. Louis.
And while she's doing her kind of final analysis, so here's what I do want to know. We haven't. There are things happening on the technology front, like Central Dispatch they've got a new search out. What else are you seeing? Would like to know. What mobile apps are you using? What load boards are you using? As we go into 2021, I don't plan on doing like a top 10 load boards 2020 because I haven't seen enough changes to make me want to do that. But I am curious what you've seen. I think there will be a technology video breakdown in 2021. Anyway, so I'd love to know what you guys are seeing from technology out there. What's working for you? What are you liking? What are you disliking? Would love to know that. And if you could just type it all in the live chat. Okay, I'm just kidding. And of course, we appreciate you. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Dang, really? I'm a half hour into the show. I don't have a giant marketing budget. Do me a favor. Go ahead and give a like. And if you can share this. You can click on, you're looking at this, you can see the share button right below the video. Okay? Click share, click copy, and just send it. Text it, email it, Facebook it. Share the link to this show. Say, hey man, check this out. He's going to be live for another hour. And we're talking about dispatching, advice, etc. Let this guy know, man, right? Dispatching is painful, right? Dispatching's painful. So dispatching, man, you can hear it in the office. You can hear it everywhere.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I love it. It's real. It's real. So do me a favor, go ahead and share that link. And also, if you're looking for help and information, maybe you're looking for a referral, you want to talk to Ty, you're curious about the Cars on the Move Roundtable, go to autotransportintel.com, click on ATI Insider, sign up to become an ATI Insider. Oh, Brandon, here we got him. Brandon, hello, what is the minimum requirement to be a carrier for Central Dispatch? Okay, Brandon, great question. I'll take this. There is not a single answer, as a matter of fact. Because the reason is that Central Dispatch is a list of loads posted by brokers and dealers and shippers and carriers. And in that list of loads, everybody's different. And so everybody's going to have a different requirement. Now, in general, the rule of thumb, the just handy rule of thumb for cargo insurance is $50,000 a car. Now, there are, creative ways to do the math. And as you scale up, if you're a 9 car, you're not going to have $450,000 in cargo insurance.
No.
So you have an economies of scale. But for that 3 car, go with 150. 4 car, 150, 200. 5 car, 200, 250. And you kind of tap out around, I don't know if it's 350.
250.
350. So
even the 910 cars usually only carry 250.
Yeah,
but
right.
I recommend more.
Well,
I always recommend more.
250 is not enough technically for a 9 car.
No.
And an insurance agent will tell you that. But that's your basic answer. Your basic answer, Brandon, is think 50,000 a car, up to 5 to 7 cars. Cargo. And then your liability is $1 million. And then you might look at general liability, depending on if you're doing railheads and manufacturing plants. When you're getting into newer cars, there's a general liability requirement for larger. And so, for a 5 car, if you can do 250, great. You might 150 is your minimum.
I would do 250.
Yeah.
150, exactly. You won't qualify for anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a 5 car needs 250. If you do 150, you won't haul for Metro, you won't haul for United Road, you will not haul for Cars Arrive, you will not haul for Ready. Any of the big brokers are going to want you to have the correct amount of insurance. So I would just do the 250 and call it good. And on as far as a 3 car goes, a lot of the guys do 100,000, which, trust me, is probably okay. But some of the big brokers require you to have 150, and you'll get kicked out just for that reason alone. And from what I understand from the guys, I think they only charge them $500 extra a year to have 150,000. So it's well worth it. It's not just for brokers; it's for your protection as well. Because sometimes those cars, a Mercedes can be $100,000, easy.
Well, sometimes that's why, like on those 3 to South Carolina.
Yeah.
Now we could do the math, but yeah, exactly. For those 3 cars at 46 cents a mile, that was 2 Maseratis and an Escalade.
Yeah.
You might be at 200,000.
Well, the Escalade, if it was new, is probably $75,000 right there.
Those things are.
I mean,
they're
high.
Not to mention hauling those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're heavy.
Those things are heavy.
So what I would recommend looking at this board is I would go from LA over to Arizona, by the way. So.
Right. LA to Arizona equals chance 5 car. So that's our recommendation. Yeah. Thank you so much. And even if these recommendations, what's cool is you could ask every week and we'll check it.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of follow historically where these recommendations go. But thank you for that, Sue. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm going to use Dispatchula to ring the bell. Fries are up.
Brandon is asking also about how much general insurance. You mean liability? You have to have $1 million. I know you put 500,000. That is acceptable for the FMCSA, but it is not acceptable for any broker out here. You have to have $1 million in liability.
And in the freight world, they'll say 750, but in car hauling, it's always $1 million.
And unless you're talking about like general garage keepers insurance, that's a different policy altogether. And there are a few brokers out there that require you to have a million liability plus the other million. I just don't work for those companies because it costs too much to handle that. I mean, that's to me just overkill ridiculousness.
Well, right, unless you're going to haul for them on a regular basis. Now,
Yeah.
Devin's asking about the 2-car. I would think
100,000.
50. Yeah, exactly, 50,000 a car. So there you go.
Yep, 100,000. And what's sad is I've had people not accept that 100,000 for a 2-car before. The bigger brokers, even though you're a 2-car, they have this rule that says 2 to 3 cars need 150,000. Like that's people like accelerated and stuff like that. I think Rat you would be okay with. I'd have to check their parameters about that though.
Well, it's saying some companies they may just have that minimum stuck at 150 because they don't talk to people smaller than a 3-car.
Yeah,
that could. I wouldn't be surprised if some companies have that.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
So what's the next list we were looking up?
So next we have F&S Trucking. F&S Trucking is talking South New York to Ohio. Find that listing again.
South New York.
4-car.
South New York. What do they mean by South?
Southern. That's my bad. Southern New York to Ohio. So, not upstate.
What?
Not just the island to Ohio. And I know you know exactly. Look, we're going to go to the map, and we're going to get creative on Well, so Buffalo's going to be north.
Buffalo?
Nah, that's too far north. Let's go look at. Bring me to. Slide me over to New York, will you? Yeah, show me the map. Let's go to the map.
If you go into, it's under offers. There it is, right there. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So Southern would be what, like Elmira, right through here, Binghamton.
I
mean, Jamestown. I mean, which?
Let's see.
We got, this is the New York.
Okay. Oh, right, interesting.
So you have to go. I'm assuming either this side or this side.
Why don't you do 100 miles around like Binghamton?
Yeah, we could do that because that's going to bring in Scranton too and stuff like that. So, all right, let's try that.
Let's try that. Maybe Ohio, maybe to Ohio, PA. And I'd be curious, F&S, what when you do a search on Central Dispatch, how would you do the Southern New York pickup range? Would you do 100 miles around Binghamton? Would you do?
Well, it would depend. I mean, honestly, where he's looking at, we're going to start with that. But if I knew a specific, I would look a little bit different, probably.
Okay.
And he's going to where Ohio. We're at in Ohio.
He said Ohio. I'm thinking Ohio, PA, but yeah, where?
I know F&S is out of the Pittsburgh, or not Pittsburgh exactly, but
and he said Jamestown.
East of Pittsburgh.
So, and I think he clarified Jamestown, New York.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Okay, Jamestown. Cool.
Let's try Jamestown. Hold on. Let's change that.
That's right.
Jamestown, New York.
Jamestown. Type that in here too.
And just Ohio?
Jamestown. That's what he's got so far, and maybe we'll learn more. Maybe he's thinking Ohio because it's, profitable. Oh, Jamestown. Okay, that is interesting. That is south of Buffalo. You're not going to be going very far. I might add Indiana, Kentucky to that search.
Well, I think Jamestown would pick up Erie because there's usually stuff in Erie.
Yeah, but if he's picking up in are you picking up in Jamestown or are you delivering to Jamestown? Ooh, that is a really short route. Okay, so just to clarify, F&S, are we talking about pick up Jamestown, New York, delivery Cleveland, Ohio? Because if we are, that is a short distance. Now, may not be a short distance to travel, but it's a short distance to search on a load board. 50 miles from where I'm sitting usually.
Okay, let's see.
It's kind of short. Now, as Ty likes to say, short mile, long dollar.
Right. Here, and it's just true because, I mean, look, there's a 1500 here in St. Mary's, PA, going into Massillon. That's not Cleveland, but it's south of
Ooh.
there for $300.
And now, did you
What else
see
is
that one? Yeah, that's a good one.
I think he
I
said he's
mean,
got a 4-car.
you're making good money. That's the problem. I don't know how you're going to find 4 cars on a load board on that route.
Right, and this route's gonna be tough.
That's why if
'Cause I just pulled up 20 loads is all I'm getting for the whole state of Ohio, even on here.
if your route is short like this, then Cars on the Move is the show for you. And Cars on the Move Roundtable on Monday, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to put it up on the screen again. If this is the kind of route you're building, and there's nothing wrong with it, it's a good idea. But you are going to need to find direct customers. And that's what we talk about on Cars on the Move Roundtable. Here's the Cars on the Move Roundtable, right? This is what you're looking for. Sign up as an ATI insider. And our next roundtable is Monday night. You should join us, man. That'd be great. We'd love to talk. We could get in depth on the strategy on how to grow this route. And it's not, I mean, it is probably not with the load board.
Yeah. This is the only one that's even going somewhat near Cleveland. I mean, in Canton, don't get me wrong, is not Cleveland at all. But everything else is going to Cincinnati. We're going down to Dayton and Columbus and Grove City. This one's literally from Hubbard to Bedford. There's $122. And I don't pick up anything for less than at least $200. I don't know.
And there's the problem. Exactly. Having a dispatcher do the sifting. And here's the reality. These loads, they're somebody's leftovers.
Yeah.
They already had a truck move everything else. This is the straggler. So you're digging through somebody else's leftovers. Well, why do that?
Right.
Because how did the broker get the customer anyways? Well, they picked up the phone and they went in there and they said things like guaranteed and flat transport. You know, well, we should dig out, man. Where's that Mug O Problems? Have you guys seen my Mug O Problems? Well, I should have a Mug O catchy phrases. You know, like, well, I guarantee, and it'll be perfect, and just for you, and all that stuff. So that's how you get a customer.
Okay, so should we do another one here? I'm sorry, FNS. There's not a lot on there.
We are sorry on that, but I think FNS, what we're doing is we're pushing you to the next. We're on the assembly line bucket, and we're gonna slide that cafeteria tray. And we're going to say Cars on the Move Roundtable. Join us tomorrow live with me and Ty. Ty will be in the transport parking lot, looking at cars, talking about growing business. And then you want to join us Monday night in that roundtable. We better see you in that roundtable. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So let's go to Carlos Braxton, North Carolina to anywhere, 3-car, and go.
Okay, and I believe Carlos is out of the Charlotte area. So let's see what's on here. I've had 2 or 3 drivers in Charlotte the last few days, and I've gotten them out. So they were running, we took some loads from Charlotte to Columbus. John is actually in Raleigh right now, going to Columbus. And I had a driver there yesterday, went from Statesville and Charlotte that went to Louisville. And then I also had a driver there today that's picking up 2 huge vehicles that are paying outrageous going up to Wisconsin. I have an F550 from Charlotte that was paying $1,200. And then I have a van, an E350 van going up to Wisconsin paying $1,248. So if you can take big stuff, there was stuff on there, by the way. Let's see. There is like 500 or 600 loads out of Charlotte. There were earlier. So
Charlotte is a good. Yes, I like
usually,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, yeah.
I'm not gonna. We can start with a 2-pack and let's see what comes up. But I'm gonna get rid of all the little stuff. So we're gonna start it out at $300, and then we're gonna do at least 50 cents a mile and see what's on here.
Right. Did you see that? 50 cents a mile. That's
what I have to do right now.
That's right.
Normally we could put it up higher than that, but loads are pretty crappy. So this is what's on here if you go for a minimum of 2 right now. There's only 27 loads. Then we're going to go back through. Cargo is great. Their vans are usually big. This is a big old box truck. And unless you're a flatbed, you're not carrying that sucker up. Let's see. There's a couple 2-packs going into Littlestown. Those are F350s. Those are pretty big too. Here's a 2-pack for Montway going over to Memphis for $750, which isn't too bad if they're good. The 2-pack going up to Richmond. That's an enclosed. That's really cheap for enclosed. And that's a snowbird. Why
Which one?
would you
Which
list it
one?
that cheap? That's crazy. This is a snowbird. It's
Oh,
going from North
for
Carolina
enclosed.
down to,
Oh, an Aston
yeah, that's
Martin.
cheap.
Come on, Aston Martin.
A 2020 BMW
Please.
M8 even. Yeah. Looks like there's a 4-pack
Aston
going down
Martin.
to Jacksonville.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going down to Florida that is way cheap. Those should be paying more than that. Here's a 6-pack going to Georgia. A lot of stuff going to Georgia. There's always stuff out of Charlotte going to Georgia. That's short runs, so I usually stay away from that stuff. Here's a 4-pack going down to Columbia, South Carolina, out of Statesville. That's obviously paying good because you're not going very far, but it does have 2 drop-off locations. But usually Diz's stuff is not dropped off like too far away. Here's a 4-pack going over to Nashville. I don't know what they are, but they're paying $1,000 for Metro. I do have Metro up. We can kind of.
I was just gonna say, let's do it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's just.
You know me. You know, I've kind of backed off on the mix. I'm like, you know.
I know everybody complains about the mix. I agree. They should just list them. It ain't that hard. But they do it all the time.
I know. I want to. You know what? I need to get a bag of trail mix.
So these are all Infinity QX50s, and I believe those are SUVs. Let me see.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I don't.
Let's see.
Number one, you're not gonna take those.
Yeah.
They're brand new
SUVs.
too. Yeah, they're brand new. You're not gonna take those. No.
Well, no, if you had to get somebody out there, I would do it, if you wanted to move.
What I mean, let me clarify. What I mean is that, okay, it's 4 SUVs, and and Carlos is a 3-car, so he can't take it. Mm-hmm. But if you were a 4-car, listen, that belly spot on that Easy 4, you don't want to put an SUV there unless especially a 2020 Infinity.
No. But see, I have a flatbed 4, so I could take them.
Ah, okay. Ooh, what is this? Carlos says that Diz hasn't been paying transporters. Ah.
Really?
Allegedly.
I've not had no problem. Yeah, we've been hauling for him. We've been getting him paid.
Carlos, it could just be you. Could be a personal thing. I'm just kidding.
Well, no, I don't think he's not on the road. I don't think so. I hope it's not him.
Flag on the play.
And here's the thing. People complain about not getting paid. Here's the biggest thing. Did you call to make sure they got your paperwork? Nobody does that. And honestly, here's my thing. I'm a broker too. You don't know how many times that I call them 2 or 3 times when they first drop and say, can you send me your paperwork? After that, I give up. I'm like, it's on them now. So most brokers aren't going to call you and say, hey, where's my paperwork? I want to get you paid. So if you don't follow up to make sure they got that paperwork, you're not going to get paid. And then they're going to say, we didn't get your paperwork, so send it. And then from that date, if they're a 5 or 10 day, that's when it starts. It doesn't start the day you dropped. It starts the day they receive the paperwork. So just keep that in mind as well. I hear that a lot. Like people will say RPM doesn't pay. And I'm like, you have to make sure they get your paperwork. And then it goes through Triumph Pay and they pay you out. And a lot of people don't understand you have to set up a Triumph Pay account to get paid. You don't just get a check in the mail. It's nothing like that.
That's really, really good advice. That is a great pro tip, Sue. Because that's the thing is, did they get your paperwork? Man, nailed it. Thank you, Sue.
You have to follow up.
That's really, really good. And by the way, Carlos, I appreciate that because I tell you what, you've just notified me. You just flagged the broker, and that's good. That could be helpful because it could be more than did they get your paperwork. So.
Right.
And at the same time, we're not.
But I haven't had any problems.
We're not calling out any company. Well, we are. No. The point is that we're. It's a flag, but it's not like a direct accusation. So, and it led to knowledge and order in the court. Okay. Okay.
Well, and I mean, that's true. Because I mean, you don't know how many times we get called and then they're like, did you get our paperwork? And it's a month later. I'm like, we called you 4 times to get paperwork. No, we didn't get your paperwork. And there's a lot of drivers out there that just think automatically they push that button for Super Dispatch or some EVOL system that we're automatically going to get it. And it doesn't always go through, unfortunately.
And I'll
you
tell you
have
that.
to do follow up. It's like verifying.
Well, and
You got to verify
maybe
your car. You got to verify your payment.
maybe there's a technology opportunity here that your paperwork's been received. Just like the customer wants to know where their car is. Well, is there
Yeah.
a way we can get a pizza tracker on the carrier's payment? That'd be really interesting. Hey,
I
what's up,
wish.
Fritz? Thanks
Because
for
even
tuning in, buddy.
automatically, a lot of times we get automatic, emails back saying they've got the paperwork. So we'll put it in our tickler file and say, okay, we're supposed to get paid on the 10th, we'll say. So on the 10th, we'll call and they'll say, all of a sudden they'll say, we didn't get your paperwork. And I'm like, I got the email saying you got the paperwork. Well, I don't know how you got the email. We didn't get the paperwork. I said, well, that's funny. I got an email right here because we print everything. We put it with the paperwork so that we have whoever we talk to, if it's, anybody who emailed us, we've got the proof. And guess what they always say? Well, I'm sorry, you're still going to have to wait. We didn't get the paperwork. So.
Well, I got an email
I'll
from
be honest,
you.
that happens a lot with the bigger brokers.
Yeah, we've
exactly.
been hacked. Our server was hacked.
Yeah.
Really?
So.
You had a hacker?
I went back to Charlotte and I put a minimum of 65 cents a load. So let's see what's on here. Looks like a
here
lot
we
of
go.
stuff going to Florida, which I'm not.
Come
shocked
on,
about.
North Carolina.
Let's see. Chicago. Let's see. What else we got on here? That's a good one going to New Orleans. Oh, actually, it delivers into Fort Walton Beach. Thank you very much.
Okay.
That's typical.
No, wait a minute.
Let's
Show
see.
it. Wait. Wait a
Right
second.
here.
Okay, yeah, pull that back.
Says,
Yeah. Okay. Honda Odyssey, Concord to New Orleans. Okay, I was just gonna say Fort Walton Beach. Maybe that's not that far, but it can't be that close. Right?
It's not going to be on your track. Let's look.
Let's go ahead and put on our detective hat here. Fort Walton Beach to
and it's in New Orleans, right?
New Orleans. Fort Walton Beach to New Orleans.
Because guess what?
What?
If you were going
It's
from
250
Charlotte,
miles.
Yeah, and look, you're going to go through Mobile. You're not going to hit. Okay, so this is what it says. It's 813 miles. I'm going to take out Fort Walton Beach. We'll see how many miles it really takes us off a route. So it takes you 100 miles off a route to drop that in Fort Walton Beach. As we went from 813 to 715. So that really doesn't pay what they're saying it's paying.
No.
That's
Go
not
fish.
75 cents a mile.
Flag on the play. Go fish.
Well, and honestly, their loads are sometimes not good either, so don't hold your breath on that one. Let's see what else we got here. That one's a good one to Cincinnati. Going up, that's paying really good. It's 80 cents a mile.
Ooh. It's
That's
brand
good.
now. It's brand new. I'm telling
Brand
you,
new.
I always look at that.
Yeah.
If it's brand new,
And here's
I want to know. Is there what else? What else is there?
well, and then we've got this Genesis right here going to Memphis. It's paying good, and you could do that if you were in the upper area. Now, keep in mind, Greensboro's up north, so if you had a guy up there, you could do these two together. You can do Nashville and Memphis together, obviously.
Okay. So he's making some money here.
Yeah.
Although that 1975 Impala.
It's going to be a big guy, but the other thing you have to worry about is this broker right here.
Right.
They're sometimes good, they're sometimes not. I'm surprised we don't see the Roadrunner usually listed at the same time of where it's really going. They're the same company. But
Ty says that a
seeing it.
transport fee on a Concorde should be more than the Concorde costs. I'm sure that isn't lost on somebody. True statement, Ty.
Let's see. We got a Lincoln Town car going down to Birmingham, and this is probably no good just because of that broker right there.
Oh, man. Ouch, man. Harsh.
True words, sorry. If they answer the
Man.
phone. If
Whoa.
they answer the phone.
Oh, if they answer the phone. Man, don't I know.
That's the next list I'm going to make.
Ye
I'm going to
old
make the
post
list
and
of the
run, yeah.
carriers that don't answer the phone and their loads are never good. That'll be my next list for all you people.
Oh, I want to see that list. That's going to be a great show. What did I say?
Let's see.
It glad to be here. So that should be the name of a broker. It glad to be here.
Someone's got some kind of flatbed. This Duba Motors has got some stuff going over to San Jose, California. Here's an F-750 for $2,700 and an International Durastar for $2,700. I think it's the same vehicle.
I think it is. Wow.
I mean, what?
I mean,
because it's the same year. It's kind of odd.
It's a vehicle, yeah.
That's
Aren't
close.
there load boards that are designed more for heavy stuff, like 1, 2, 3 load board and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Because Central
But
Dispatch.
see, the problem is they got to pay for both boards, and they don't want to do that. Okay, so.
Oh.
So that's what it is. This is going to be the same vehicle. Look, if that's what that's coming up, it's going to be an F-750. It's probably the same vehicle.
Yes, sir.
That still doesn't pay enough.
No, because I mean,
Right?
if you're a flatbed driving that far,
if you're a flatbed or a step deck, that is a cheap load.
yeah.
It's
we got more
trucking
stuff
is
going
brutal.
down to Florida. And
Oh,
not
Carlos says he
Florida,
loves you. That's so cool, man. Thank you, Carlos.
Thanks, Carlos.
That is super cool, buddy.
Okay.
What is that? Oh, what was that?
Hey, so that one that's going to Fort Walton, though, you could put with this Panama City one. They'd be in the same location, and that's good money, actually.
North Carolina to Florida CX5. Oh yeah, you could You could put it with the Fort Walton.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's how. Another
one.
Yeah. See, now there you go. And that is pro tip. Try to find the not so common route. Good paying loads, because that's where you'll find them.
Because usually, you can get decent stuff out of Panama and Pensacola and stuff like that. It just depends. Right now, it's tough all over.
Yeah.
So you can't predict certain areas like you normally can. During slow season, you can't predict anything. You're just hoping for the best and throwing the dice out there and see what happens.
You are. Well, you are. That's why it is hard.
Hey, look, there's another Fort Walton Beach right there.
Get out of town. Put it together. Let's see it. Do me a favor. Line them up in a row. Dress it up with a bow. Make it nice and neat. Then we call the driver. We all start to high five. What's up? Carlos, what do you think of the panhandle of Florida?
Let's see.
So she's going to click the check marks. Right? Here's your pro tip. Click the check marks. And then you can, what do you click? You
click up here at the top. It's going to say checked loads is what it should say.
Uh-huh.
So here's your other one. And then you hit this. And then it's just going to bring us up to 3. And there you go. You got a Concord that's really going to Fort Walton Beach for $550. You got Panama City, so that's good because it's actually probably going to them.
Yeah.
And then Auction Direct usually are always all good. So, yeah, that would be 3 you could put together. They're not too big or anything.
I was just going to say, you got Odyssey CX5. Is that SUV or is that a sedan?
But it's not very big.
Right.
I mean, all this would fit on a 50-footer.
Right. Perfect. And the Toyota Tacoma. That's awesome. Plus, I like the years of the vehicles. Everything seems pretty reasonable. You got some COD. The
only thing you're going to have a problem with, honestly, is if this is legit because of this company. These other two you're good with.
So call them first.
Call them first because that's going to be your load, your base, and everything off of.
Let's get into strategy. When you call them, what's your... You don't want to be like, right? You need to be like, hi. I'm not messing around. All right? North Carolina, Louisiana, Honda Odyssey, is it ready to go or not? Right?
And this is what they're going to say to you if they answer the phone. They're going to say, please let me check with my customer and I will call you back. So don't take any other loads until you literally have that load in your hand, you have verified it, then you call and take other loads because when you're dealing with certain brokers, they will tell you, oh yeah, everything's good, man, I'm sending it over to you, and then you call and find out it's not ready for another week. That happens all the time. So if you're doing something based on something like that, or make sure that there's a backup plan, like there's another car going to Panama or Fort Walton Beach, and that you're not just relying solely on that Nexus load, because that happens all the time. One of these cars isn't going to be good, and it's going to be that one.
It's amazing, yeah. That is amazing in that we're looking at 3 loads. We've isolated. They're still on the board. And sometimes you'll do this.
Yeah.
Duplicate this tab, refresh, and make sure they're all still on the board.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Right?
Because what I would do next was, instead of doing the checked after I did this, I would go in here and let's just put in going to the Fort Walton Beach pickup Panama. Let me see. It should be within a 100-mile radius. Let me see. Let's find out. And this is how I always train all my dispatchers. This is how you get through the process. Now, during certain times of the year, though, when the stuff is slow, you may not have the time to wait for all this stuff. Let's see what it shows us here. Okay, so looks like there is. And do we have a backup? Yes. Technically, if you want to drive all the way up to Winston-Salem, there is another one here that's going into Blountstown, Florida, a Chevy Caprice. But it's not ready until 11/1.
Nice.
And
so you did a specific search city to city just to make sure. That was smart.
Yeah.
That is smart.
Yeah. And then what you do while you're calling and taking these loads, you keep refreshing too to make sure that they're still on there so that you don't end up having a problem. This, you could hit Tallahassee, just so you know, into there, but I wouldn't do it for no 349. And I guarantee you're probably winching that.
Boy, that thing is, and that thing is a mess.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't even. Plus, it's a boat. That's going to be a boat.
You know, it's funny.
Tell you what,
they pay you on pickup because when you get there, just unload that sucker and run. I bet there's an angry dog in the yard on that one.
Could be.
It's really, and it's funny too. You're booking. It's 3 cars. It shouldn't be that hard, but you're booking. You're refreshing.
Yeah.
And that moment when one of them disappears or isn't ready, how does that feel?
Yeah. That's when you freak out.
You freak out. You stand up. You're like, ah!
No, what you sit there and do, as long as your driver, you're like, because you're usually in the book in a day or 2 ahead of time, just so you know. So then you're like, oh God, I got to find another car. But if not, you keep the page open and you keep looking for other loads going elsewhere. So if something else comes up, you swap out that load. You may piss people off, but you got to do it. You got to do what you got to do to keep your guy going. Just remember, on canceling loads, always make them cancel it. Don't cancel it yourself.
Oh
because
my gosh.
if they cancel it and give you a negative, you can get out of it. But if you cancel it, they can give you a negative and you can't get out of it a lot of times. So
absolutely.
Just keep that in mind.
And when you do that too, this again gets into the attitude when you call, gosh, I'm sorry it didn't work out, etc. And draw upon actual feelings. Don't go with,
right.
Hi, this is, so I'm sorry it didn't work out. Do you mind canceling that? It helps, as we know, it didn't work out. It's nothing we did wrong. Do you mind canceling it on your end? And I'll go into it because I'm going to have somebody hit the compare button and check it into our company, and they're going to be like, yeah, well, 5 years ago, you canceled this Fort Walton Beach, right?
Yeah. I had someone do that to me yesterday.
Gosh.
We took a load for all 4. And I don't know if you remember them, but there's a lady that runs it and there's a gentleman that runs it. And we called to get a load, and they're like, and it was the guy, and he's never very nice, just so you know. But anyways, he's like, you've canceled a load for me before. And we're like, no, sir, we have not. We went and looked up either. And he's like, well, I know somebody by that name did. Well, I'm sorry, but it wasn't us. I'm looking right on. Yeah.
That's
what they always say.
How dare you call me again?
Yes. And I mean, and if we cancel, it's not like we're just trying to be mean to you. Shit happens. I mean, I'm sorry. And I've been even telling people lately, like, because what we've been having happen is we'll have like a 2-pack coming in and one separate one, right? 2-pack calls and cancels on us. And I'm like, I'm sorry. My other loads fell through. I can't take just one vehicle. I'm truly sorry. You're going to have to take it back. Most of them were cool with it if you say it like that, okay?
If you open a brokerage, if you're at a hotel seminar right now and you're like, man, I'm going to get rich, I want you to name your brokerage Cancel and Die LLC.
It should be called, no, it needs to be called ESAD.
ESAD.
It's Eat and Die. My mom always said that almost every day to my husband. It was their joke. And she said that to him every single day.
So it'd be, you know what, it's E period. Oh, I gotta
S
put this.
period,
E
A
period,
D
S
period.
period, A period, D period, exclamation mark. That is awesome. Oh, man. Oh, wow.
Funny.
Okay, wait. Solo Dispatching says, don't cancel dispatch without giving a notice to broker.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a good point,
yeah.
too. Yeah, don't just cancel. Don't do a cancel and run. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Always make a phone call. Always make a phone call.
Absolutely.
Before you cancel.
That's how you get negatives.
And ask if they'll cancel it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because I get them
Good
all the
call.
time, and those are the first
Thank
people
you,
I want to
Solo.
give a negative to because you've never even called me.
Amen.
You
Oh,
just
my gosh.
you just cancel it.
That is.
And what they don't realize is there's some keep in mind there's some brokers that are never in an office, just so you know. So them seeing an email that the load canceled might take them a day or two, and then you really ticked them off. Or sometimes Central doesn't even send you the email. I've had that happen too. So.
Right. Yeah. No,
But
that is not.
that's a
Canceling
sure way
is
to get
not
a
an
negative, is not
automated
calling.
button deal. Yeah.
Yep. So.
Are you guys having fun? Are you enjoying dispatching live again today? You know, I gotta say, ooh, hey, did that load just go up? Oh no, okay.
No.
I was just like,
Sorry.
I always, you know what? As a dispatcher, I always
thought
get
they gave you
excited
medicine
when
today.
someone raises the rate. It's like, you know, wow, it just went up $50. That is crazy.
Oh, funny. All right. Where else are we looking at? Anybody else?
Oh yeah, hey, what's your routes guide? Does anybody have one? Let's see, what do we got in the live chat here? Even after calling with reasonable excuses makes brokers crazy when it comes to cancellations. Yeah, sometimes there's not enough. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. And they're just mad as a hornet. I had a guy say to me, I'll never forget, he said, "You promised." Like, oh my God.
I have had people make us promise. We took a load the other day, and they're like, "You promise you're going to pick this up?" And we're like, "Yeah, he's in the area."
It was,
God forbid something can happen.
You know, like when somebody cheats, and then the other person rips up all the leather and destroys the windows. You promised. Like, oh my God! No, we can't get the car. You might kill us. JD says, "Can you give the dispatch load to another carrier?" Ah, good question, JD. No, you can't really. Even if you want to, it's actually not legal. You can't do that.
You can call that broker and say, "Hey, this is what we've done before." Because if I've had a driver break down and have another driver in the area, I'll say, "My other driver is there. He can pick it up the next day. Is that okay with you?" But you cannot, as yourself, give it out and also keep in mind, if you were to do that and they wreck that car, guess who's still responsible for it?
Oh, God.
It's you. It's not that other driver.
Yeah, no,
And
they'll throw the book
that could
at
destroy
you.
your company.
Because, I mean, the
they
FMCSA
can destroy your
will
company that way.
hammer you. Yeah, that's probably a federal crime at that point. So,
Yes.
so if JD, great question. If you know of another company that can take the load, contact the broker and put that broker in touch with the carrier, and then get out of the transaction and wait, and then you're still on the hook, but until it gets dispatched to the other carrier. But Yeah, that's actually a pretty good question.
Yeah.
Ty likes this show because he gets reminded that he doesn't want to be a dispatcher. Actually, that's why I do the show. I like this show because it reminds me, because sometimes I forget. Sometimes it's weird. That's what's weird about life, and I think that's what's great, that we sleep and that we're able to wake up the next day, and the next day is a new day, and then the years go by, and life slowly changes, and you forget things or whatever. But yes, when I was dispatching, I haven't dispatched a car. I was thinking about this. It's been about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I dispatched was, I think, December 2017.
Because John's been with me for 2 years, right?
Right. You took John in 20. Was it 2018? I can't even remember. But it's been over 2 years since I dispatched a car, and I feel like a new man.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's terrible. But I know how hard it is. It's the only way to accurately do this show is to have been through the pain. And by the way, there's no genie in a bottle. I tell you what, I've heard that, nobody dispatches like I do. That's like a broker that says nobody brokers like I do. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, okay, I think we covered a lot of stuff. We got 20 minutes left. We didn't get a route search in the live chat. So we don't have any news, man. We got nothing to do. Really? Is it margarita time?
Yes.
Yeah, what about you? What's going on?
You send to me?
Yes. Hot wine. What's going on in the office today? What are you guys dealing with?
Well, actually, yesterday was very great because we were able to pretty much load everybody up. So we only had needing one here, one there for several of the drivers, and we got all those taken care of first thing this morning. The only one I've got hanging on is John, but he is broke down, and I'm still trying to wait to see what he's going to do.
Has he got cars on?
And he has to be back. He's got one on, but he had 2 to go pick up, and I don't know if he's going to make it in time. And he has to be back at home in Youngstown tomorrow because he bought some stuff for his some Halloween. The Halloween pop-up stores?
Yeah.
So he bought some really cool Halloween things that they sell, but he has to pick them up tomorrow, otherwise he loses the deal. So I know he's freaking out right now too, wondering what he's going to do.
How far away is he?
Because he's way down in Raleigh. He's in Raleigh. He's about, and he's got loads he's got to take to Columbus, and then from Columbus to home is only like a couple hours.
Is he fixed?
But he's still got to get out.
What's broken?
It's a bunch of, let's see, what did he say? He was having a fuel situation
that doesn't sound good.
Last night. And then they started taking, he said, pipes and, let's see, several leaks.
Some guy popped out from the hood. Man, I don't know. I got a bunch of wires here.
Well, he's really not very happy. He brought it in there last
decoration.
night to 11 o'clock. And they're still working on it. He went to lunch, came back, and they hadn't even touched it. So, yeah, that's what he's dealing with. And I've got one that's up in Virginia that's at IAA that he has to pick up. And he's still 2.5 hours away, and it is 2 o'clock. So I'm a little concerned that we're not going to make that one. And I'm going to be canceling that one.
Yeah, that is a bummer, man. So. Solo dispatching, that's so cool. Solo dispatching is working right now. Working and dispatching, listening to the show. And that's cool, Solo. Yeah, I hope it's kind of like I was thinking about this. This show's kind of like Good Morning Vietnam, right? It's a crazy show for the troops, and so maybe, just hopefully, when you're out there in the trenches on a Thursday afternoon, this show eases your pain slightly. I know it's no Field of Dreams, but and we'd love to hear some of your stories, Solo. So, I mean, we don't have guests on this show, but yeah, I mean, I guess anything's possible. Yeah, Carlos. So, Victory Lap is asking, why doesn't Ty use load boards? I love this. This is a great question. And Carlos says he doesn't use it. Yeah, Ty doesn't. Here's the deal. Ty does not. Before me, he didn't even know why load boards existed.
He
There's
goes
some truth in
directly to the person.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
But he's right, because Ty rolls around in the transport parking lot. I mean, almost literally.
Yep.
And he
Oh, yeah, I
loves
saw
it.
him on the show. He did a show yesterday.
Yeah, he was out there
Or
yesterday. He's out there every
yesterday.
day. He said I think he got Ty. Did you get some video today?
I saw one where he was talking to some guys in the middle of the street.
He
with the rain and the
loves
snow or something
talking
the other day.
to drivers, dealers, people at auctions, and because he does that, he's literally he's met people live on Cars on the Move, and they've said, "How much will you charge?" Like, the guy gets business live on TV.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's why if you're a salesperson, if you can talk to people, and and that's an art, obviously, but he has the art down, and he just starts talking to people and he gets business, and that's really what's a broker do. They talk to people and get business,
but not like that.
Yeah, exactly. How many brokers? Well, and I'll tell you what. How many? That'd be a good. How many brokers actually go? None. Yeah.
I don't think so. Ask Ty. Does he ever see any brokers over there? Doubtful.
That is a good question. Ty, do you ever see brokers in the parking lot? Carlos, Jay does this show and 4 others to inform use about this industry. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that. Well, that's the thing too. I'm so thankful to be off of the phone and off of staring at the low board. I have always loved using video and audio to convey information. I can think of no better use than to spread the word and try to help this zombified craziness. It's crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy.
It is. It's really crazy. All right, we got 15 minutes. Anybody have a search? Anybody need a pro tip? Yeah, Ty never has used them. I have a handful of guys that are doing what I'm telling them, and it freaking works. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yep.
What are you searching for?
Hi,
right now?
seriously, have you ever seen any brokers there at any of the auctions? I bet you haven't. If you did, I'd be really shocked. Did you see Montway?
You're right. Oh my gosh! Did you hear what she said?
Okay, give me a flag. I deserve a flag on that.
No, you don't. No, you deserve a bell. That is funny, man.
Okay, I got a bell.
Funny, dude. Well, here's what's interesting.
Yeah.
So, ACV has their own load board. And guess what ACV does? ACV hires people in all regions to go to the dealerships, to show the dealer how to post a car, how to put it on their auction. And in that sense, you'll find ACV, I think they call them VCIs. You might see an ACV rep out and about. I mean, you won't see them at an auction, but you'll see them at the dealership. I think that ought to count. But it's very interesting. That is so funny. You nailed it. You nailed it. It's awesome, dude.
Now they're gonna call Ty to work for them.
Oh my gosh. Boy, that would be.
They wouldn't have to spend all that money on advertising if they hired Ty.
Maybe they got like a marketing guy right now. Like, all right, dear Ty, nah, dearest Ty, nah, super duper Ty, nah. How do we talk to this guy? How do we talk to him without him sniffing us out? Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Renee Hernandez. We've seen Renee in here. Thanks for coming back, and thanks for asking, Renee. Renee is talking Farmington, New Mexico. I'm assuming that's your pickup location to where, Renee?
I don't think you'll find much out of there, but let's go look.
Ty, you won't find brokers at auctions because auction equals relationship. Ouch!
Absolutely.
Oh, wait.
He's right,
Sorry.
though. Hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? It's one of those. Here, I'm going to do it at the same time. That works.
Let's see. Farmington, New Mexico, I put to all. There's only 29 loads. That's not a good thing.
Ouch.
Let's see.
Ooh, man, Silverton isn't anywhere near. Oh my God, that's 100 miles north.
And just this 100 miles is probably more like 125 or 130.
At 15 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, it's air miles is how this works out, is what I think it is. It's
Right.
not actual physical drive down the road miles. They actually have 10 units up there, but they're
Weird.
31
Look
cents
at
a mile. I don't
they have
know.
a Silverton to San Diego route. How interesting is that? Who's moving those cars?
Well, what the hell is that? What's
What?
a Gen 4 1000?
So those are those. They're like those Can-Am, Spider, Razor,
So it's like these
Mule.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
They just, instead of putting in Polaris, they put in.
So
Well, those are small.
So the manufacturer must be in Silverton. Gosh, now that's an
Maybe.
interesting route. If you live anywhere near Silverton, find out who this manufacturer is.
Or
And this is where you pull a tie and you go up and say, "Hey, listen."
Yep, because there's.
Okay, I realize there's somebody already posting your loads, but listen, I live here, and I got my truck out back. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to make a handshake deal. Okay.
But
All
they're
right.
not that big. Hold on, let's go look.
Jay, you're not allowed to make handshake deals anymore.
Oh, dang it. No more. Did you hear that? No more. You can't make it. No more handshake deals?
No more handshake deals per rat and manhunt.
No more handshake deals. Wow.
Okay, so they're these things. So they're not that big, but I bet they're at least 13, 14 foot long. Don't you figure? Probably. So they're not that big. You could probably put on a trailer more than you think. And I bet they would split those up for you, because nobody's going to come in there and just grab all those. But you'd want, and just so you know, they're not probably going to negotiate the rates much for you. They're just notorious for that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you. Dude, how many they got posted? 20?
They got a total of 8 there. They got another 10 there. That's as if it's legit.
I'd go in
And
with
then
a
a 2-pack.
go in.
So 20 total. Is what
Yeah,
it's saying.
you walk right in that place and say, "Hey, man, I got a trailer. Where do you need these things?"
Bless you.
Excuse me, sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Done deal.
And I guarantee not many people that live in this area is going to take these. So
No, that is a gold mine for somebody that's local.
So speaking of the devil, here's all 4 transport that we were talking about earlier. Anyways,
Oh.
they've got 4 pickup trucks going to Olathe. They're saying they have 2 4-packs, but I don't know what kind of trailer you have, so most people can't fit that.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
No, you'd have to be a big car hauler for that.
You're right. I mean, you're close, but would a 9-car take that?
I don't think a 9-car could fit that. They could take 4 of them, but my 10-car would only be able to take maybe 5 of those.
No, but I mean, would a 9-car? Yeah, no, thank you. Would a 9-car take that 4-pack load?
Maybe. I mean, it depends on where they're rolling. I mean, that Hesperus, Colorado, is in BFE. That's not a normal place that people are going to look and go, "Oh, hey,
I mean,
we're going there. Let's go pick up these cars." You know
let me, and I'm gonna ask you better. Would a 9-car make any money on that?
No, those are
Right.
heavy.
That's what I'm saying.
8,
I mean,
1,
like
3, 2, 6.
those are priced. That is the reference ID break even.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah. That's there's a better explanation. If you're stuck in BFE and have to get out and have to take a load.
Right.
There's
There's your reference ID. If you're stuck.
Okay. This is where they're at, too.
And you got to get home to pick up Halloween decorations tomorrow. Here's your load. Yeah.
So they really are just north, but you're going to, I mean, if you're going to Olathe, you're going to go to the mountains, I would think. Let's see. I bet there's snow there. Yeah,
I'm
you're
sure
going
it's
to go
beautiful.
all the way through here. Yeah, I mean.
It doesn't pay
this is
enough.
mountain
So
stuff.
look at that. Go back to the map.
Oh.
No, that doesn't
Yeah.
pay enough.
No, not for going through the mountains and weather and stuff like that.
No, it doesn't. No.
And who's going to be there? Who's going to be in this area? I mean, really.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. Why did you end up there empty?
Exactly.
That's the
even if you had to
reference. That's what
drive
the
from
reference
Grand
ID should
Junction.
say. Why are you here?
Yes. Because you shouldn't be. Okay. Because,
Oh,
yeah, I
man.
mean, you're going to be someplace in Grand Junction or something like that. You might come from Farmington to do that, but I don't know about that. I would definitely ask for more money. They might do it. Hey, there's a tiny house you can move to Santa Fe right here.
A tiny house?
It's a tiny house. It's not the tiny EURL. It's an actual tiny house.
Can you fit that on a
It's
3-car?
29 foot long, 8 foot wide, 14 high. Yeah, let's slide that
Can
on
you
the
get
three-car.
a wedge guy is going to pull up?
ASL. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Can a flatbed get a
Right.
tiny house? Probably.
Trying to.
Theoretically. Very interesting.
Okay.
All right, we got 5 minutes left here. We're about to wrap it up. It's been a pretty good
I
one.
think they're trying to tell us not
I
to.
glad to be here. Is that what I said? It's glad
Yeah,
to be here.
something like that.
It's. Let's see.
Here's
here.
a 4,500 in Farmington going to Bakersfield for 1,050, but it's an ambulance. It weighs 12,000 pounds. That should weigh way more than that.
Yeah, you know what? You see that with those ambulances. That's actually something John's been asked, and we calculated. It's 2.25 mile minimum for an ambulance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
$1.30.
That's
and
not
it's,
enough.
And it's West Coast Ambulance and Truck. They should know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've worked
Hi,
with
how
them.
are you doing?
I think John has hauled something for them before.
Is this James? I'm good. How are you, James?
It is glad to be back. Hey, Bill Nichols here. What's up, Bill? Thanks for saying hello and tuning in. That's super cool. Hey, what's that, Ty? What's that video you shared? Do you want me to pull it up? I'm not going to play it now because it could cause me, man, YouTube. Oh my gosh, YouTube gets so sensitive about copywriting and whatnot. Because I just said that, I'll probably demonetized. Oh,
Okay.
check. No, you can't hear me?
Were you aware?
I don't
The
know.
$35.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Can you help her, Jen?
Yeah.
It's that guy. She's not understanding. But he had to pay with a money order or a
Because
cashier check.
there's $35.
Okay.
Hey, yo, Bill, what's up? What's new, Bill? What's happening? Are you
It's not going to-
negotiating a deal? Are you working with? You trying to get that hard to move load moved? Finding the carrier? What's going on? Love to know. And that goes for you too. Listen, we really appreciate that was background laughing. Yeah, that's because if you're in dispatch, have you tried Central's new search beta? Well, we were talking about that earlier, Bill. And what do you think? Now, I think it might have been Carlos, or was it Victory,
They close at 4:30.
that said they like the new
Yes,
search
I
beta.
did.
Do you like the new search
That's
beta?
not on the code.
And if you do like the new search beta, what exactly is it doing for you? And if you don't have the time to type it in the live chat, I'd love to know what you guys think. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Is it headed in the right direction? And I think Cox says there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of new growth and development, and then there's the DHL news, which, by the way, this is really interesting. I was watching on Home Delivery World. It was a webinar that I was watching earlier, and a guy from DHL talking ad nauseum about robots and all this stuff, and fascinating stuff.
I just wanted to make sure you.
Not that robots are a part of car hauling, but I think here's the idea, is that in the future, if autonomous vehicles can drive themselves to where the truck is, I think that's kind of that next level. That's where autonomous, rather than an autonomous vehicle driving across the country to its destination, it'll drive itself to the truck so the driver can load it.
Right.
Okay, perfect.
Excuse
That
me.
would be crazy.
Okay.
Oh.
At the office, working on a pair. Oh, here we go. At the office, working on a pair of Chevy LCF 4500 side loader trucks moving across country. Cool. Very cool. Sue, any final thoughts?
No, it's been raining for days and we need some sun. That's about it.
Hey, do me a favor. Will you refresh? I'm so curious. North Carolina,
Those still on
Florida. Yeah, what's happened?
Yep.
Has it been booked? I'm gonna
I
guess
bet it's
no.
not.
I'm gonna yeah.
Nope.
Everything. It's still. It's got to still be
Still on
sitting
there.
there. Yep, sitting there.
It's just not a normal route for most people to take.
Right.
So
Is that doable for you?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yep, very interesting. Well, that'd be the it is glad to be back special. North Carolina to Florida. So
Yeah, and
thank you.
really, you might try more money on it too. If
Oh
somebody
yeah,
wants
no,
to do it.
amen. Always ask for more money.
Yeah. Even if it's $25, it doesn't matter. It's still more money.
Even if it's just some chicken nuggets.
Yes, even if it's chicken nuggets, it's still more money.
You want to get that money because fries are up. That is the end. This concludes another broadcast day on Dispatching Live. Did you know that this is? Oh, there's a noise. Did you know that? I think this is episode. We'll pull this up here.
Okay, sir.
This is episode 28. This is
Wow.
the 28th Dispatching Live that we've done. So
Cool.
why do I wear a referee shirt? Sue, why do I wear this shirt?
Because it looks so damn good on you.
That's some crazy stuff. Not true. Not true. I wear this shirt because as a dispatcher, we are mediators. We're caught in the middle. And nothing says caught in the middle like a referee shirt. It was either that or a judge's gown, and I thought, well, this will probably go over better than that.
I honestly think you should more wear your Sherlock Holmes outfit most of the time because we play detective more than we play referee most of the time.
Yeah, well, I don't, Sherlock Holmes, I don't, this hat looks terrible. That's why I don't wear it. But, I don't know what Sherlock Holmes wears like a cloak.
Yes,
right?
he does.
I need a cloak.
Yes.
But I'd rather wear like a cape. But I don't know if that, anyways.
That's
The
more
point-
like Superman.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and it's not easy to visually express the frustration and hard work that a dispatcher goes through. I mean, it's almost impossible. I can't get enough. I can't get enough repo hammers to express to express the difficulty of being a dispatcher, the frustration. Maybe more like how about like a hospital gown? That might work. Right, because you are living in a padded cell, and it is insane. It is crazy hard. It's way harder than it needs to be, and so that's why we try to express these things. That's why I wear the referee shirt. I'm throwing flags and rolling dice, and doing anything I can to distract myself from the fact that this is incredibly difficult, way harder than it needs to be. So. Pass that on to Bill Nichols says start throwing yellow flags when you see a garbage listing on Central Dispatch. I try, man. I've got the cards and the flags and the buzzer. I don't know if anything actually helps, but
you wouldn't have enough flags to throw out.
Right. Sue, thank you so much for everything you do. Problem. Love this show. Give my best to John. Hopefully he gets fixed up and on the road. I'm sure he is.
Yeah, me too.
He's like a cat hanging from the ceiling right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, and thank you guys out there in TV land for joining us, for participating in the live chat, for asking questions and seeking route search advice. This is Dispatching Live. We're here every Thursday. Show starts at noon Central, live on YouTube, goes for 90 minutes. Again, do me a favor. Please do go ahead and give a thumbs up. Remember to share this stream and get signed up for the ATI Insider. And we are going to be, we've got the Cars on the Move Roundtable is Monday night, November 2nd, 7 o'clock. So get signed up. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the show. Take care, and we'll see you soon.
All right. See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.